Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Tight right.
Ah!
The throw is more. Off the play fake. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30.
They don't want
and
it,
he
fellas.
takes it all
They
the way
don't
down to the
want it.
28-yard
Keep
line.
playing hard, fellas.
A huge play there right off the bat.
Woo!
47
Let's
yards. So now the
Detroit!
big play has
Detroit!
him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Three down.
Ah!
Now more. Play action. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Three down.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Hey, guys.
Gun!
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Armstrong.
You got him.
And down
You
inside
got him.
the 15,
You
shy
got
of the 10. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and 10 at the 11.
Detroit!
Hey, check. Three down.
Now more.
Pop.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after try forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Detroit!
Just do get the playoff as you look to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Shift.
On 1st and 10. Goodman. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion.
All right, now,
lucky
56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319.
Waiting for the gun. Goodman. He's going to fire one deep. Inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Let's go, fellas.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
No. Check. Patriot.
4 down.
Goodman escaping the pressure right. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really frequent combination.
Gun.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goodman. Fires quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
4 down.
Watch him now, Barney.
Out.
Watch him now, Barney.
And down they go with the running back. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Now I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
It'll work out in your favor.
Strong right.
Detroit.
Moore throwing on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And I think the ball's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player When they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them.
All right, now,
Big
lucky
tackle,
56.
knock the
Lucky
ball free.
56.
Anything you can do to slow them down.
Alert! Alert! 3 down, 3 down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Slant. Motion, motion. Motion, motion.
Recovery. Goodman. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive
Leopard!
offensively.
Leopard!
Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit! Over, 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 over! Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
Second down. Goodman. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
It's caught. Beckham.
Leopard!
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looking to throw on second down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
We got 3. 3 down,
For
3
the
down.
score.
Hey, fellas, we got 3.
And
Let's
the
go.
Rams are in for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch.
That's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always
All
hear
right, now,
about
lucky
empty
56.
possessions,
Lucky
but
56.
some are worse than others. You can
Gun,
have an empty possession,
gun!
pump the
Gun,
ball
gun!
away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. The field punch it in on you.
Yeah, baby.
That's a bad
Boom.
possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Detroit! Detroit!
Just inside the 30.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Here's Moore to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it
That's where you
loose.
belong.
It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
To throw on third down. Moore. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here on first down.
got four
Eluding
down,
the
four
pressure
down.
right. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Harrison.
That's it,
And
baby.
he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Alert.
Moore. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise.
All right, now,
I know
lucky
he's in the middle of
56,
some
lucky
traffic, and
56.
people, bodies all around him, but he usually has
Tight
the
end right,
focus
tight
to
end.
haul that
Detroit!
one in.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
4 down, 4 down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Detroit! Detroit!
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check three.
More now. Back to the air on second down.
Ringo.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
54.
Looking to throw. Moore. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
All right, now, lucky
Just a
56.
5-yard
Lucky
pickup, and it leads
56.
to fourth down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Right there. 54 Mike.
To throw is Moore. Throwing on fourth down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And the Rams getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
Hey, switch!
Throwing out first down. Goodman. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Lucky 56. No one got it. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on second and 10.
Hey. We got three. Three down.
Gun! Over!
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up.
Leopard!
Rush in!
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mike 20. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Goodman. He finds his target back up. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Leopard!
Incredible play there. They do get big
Watch him now, Barney!
Stop the yardage.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Fourth down. They're going to try and throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field.
Detroit!
He likes touchdowns,
Detroit!
not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go.
Lucky 56!
And the team,
Lucky
of course,
56!
points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And he's having a nice little
That's the first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Over! 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 Over!
On first down, Goodman being chased out left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more
All right, here we
downs
go.
to play with.
Throw again. Goodman. He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Goodman.
3 down.
Route incomplete. That's Chavez. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll try and throw for it here. Try to load one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Detroit! Detroit!
There is all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
3 down, 3
In the red zone now. They'll look to throw. Now they go straight. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short
now, lucky
gain.
56.
So
Lucky
second and 8
56.
here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, watch 12, watch
Gun! 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 Gun!
Here we go.
Watch it now, Barney.
Operating from the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Check, 4 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd down. It's a quarterback sneak, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Get him, boys.
It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Check.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Over!
First down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it will be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you can't run your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was nothing there for him.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to...
Gun!
Alert, flare, alert.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Hey.
Gun!
Back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Taco Charlton in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And take it right on the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Strong right.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Option to the right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yards back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
down only to about the 46.
Leopard!
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Back 99 Philly, here we
Been
go!
working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it,
check,
you open
Patriot,
up lanes for your runners.
Run.
Detroit!
We got four down.
Watch you now, Barney!
Play fake. Goodman sliding out of the pocket. Throw left side complete. It's Chavez. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Tight left.
Gun!
Right there in the middle. 55. Man out.
First and 10. Goodman. Buying time to his left.
Motion.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On the go, Goodman. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Goodman. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find
now,
out
lucky
just
56,
how much they
lucky
trust
56.
their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
3 down. Pick the edge.
And they're on the ground.
Tighten up.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Tight end's right.
A beautiful fake. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit!
Tight right.
Gun!
On 1st down. Looking left side, he's got a man. It's Russell. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, they'll get something else.
Throwing to start the drive. Goodman. The cards get to him. Here he's brought down for a sack.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Over. Watch you now, Barney. Over.
Switch.
To throw on second down. Goodman. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
4 down.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Middle complete. It's Chavez. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest. And a first down.
Gun! All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Here we go, Mike 20.
Watch you now, Barney. Over. Watch you now, Barney.
36.
Throwing on first down. Goodman. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Here we go now. 319. Watch you now, Barney.
Operating from the gun. Goodman. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Set.
From the gun. Goodman. And a quick throw here. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this game is but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot.
And now second down.
An interesting
Watch it now, Barney.
defensively because they kept extra deep on the field. They came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed
Gun,
for great
gun,
penetration as they
gun,
stuffed that
gun.
one behind the line of scrimmage.
Gun! Gun! Gun!
Third and goal. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever term they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He's going to get one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center element stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time. first, but instead it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Detroit! Detroit!
All day, baby, all day.
Moore from the gun on third down. Back with one complete.
Yeah, baby.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Detroit! Detroit!
Right here, he's tight on the right, tight on the right.
Here's Moore on first and 10. This is a spectacular one-handed grab there.
Right there.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Ringo.
Gun! 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 Gun!
More now. Throwing on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he's going to go down again.
Leopard!
Coach
Leopard!
Charlton in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
And that's his second
All right,
sack
now,
of the
lucky
game.
56. Lucky 56.
Disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath,
Detroit!
you name it.
Detroit!
He's a big-time guy you have to block.
On third and long. More. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Gun! 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 Gun!
24's on the move.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25.
They don't want it, fellas.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Play fake here on first down. This is caught.
3 down.
And he
3
is
down.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. It's been quite a game for them. Trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking at the beginning of this match.
He's got his man on the crossing route.
Leopard! Leopard!
Taken down, but not before they work it
Watch
across
it now, Barney!
midfield.
Barney! Back
A
down to
good
that
pickup
Philly! Here we
there,
go!
26 yards. First down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Let's get this.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Odd. 3 down, 3 down.
Set! 3-19!
On 1st and 10, Moore. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
He's one right there. He's sneaky. Check that guy. Single. Watch the motion.
The throw is Moore. The play fake. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Leopard!
It was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction.
Detroit!
34's a Mike. He's coming. Check.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throwing out the long. And he's going to lose yardage here.
All day. We coming all
As
day.
they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's trying to punt it away. First punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken at the 46. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
About all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Where they describe the scenario.
Watch him now, Barney.
And make sure that they're still attacking.
Over.
Back to throw.
Goodman. And he's going to be hit and taken down.
Leopard.
Back right around the 48-yard line. Joey Bosa.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now of the afternoon.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17.
3 down, 3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here we go. Move.
Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Leopard.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4.
Run.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Right to first down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I got it. I got motion.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside.
We got four.
And just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Gun!
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Hey, guys, check
it. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Boom! Yeah, baby!
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Rams on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities. 3 for 9. This is third and 9.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Detroit!
Win the rep. Let's go right here.
Over!
Goodness. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
4 down.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll run. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
SOS.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Mike 52.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
I got one.
Hot!
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
All right, here we go. 319.
Right there. 54, right there.
Over.
First down.
Pull together.
Watch the safety creep.
Throw left side complete. That's Russell. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 41 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey
Watch
bowl,
it now,
a
Barney,
Thanksgiving
Barney.
day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're throwing them under the dirt and saying, all right, what's the
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Gun!
Check 50.
Over!
54. Mike 50.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Moles, looking to throw on second down. Flush to his right. His throw caught at about the 5.
They can't hold me, coach.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Gun!
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
Detroit!
50.
More now. The gun, he'll throw. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Detroit!
Man left. We got 4.
Gun!
Hey, Mike 20. Mike 20.
Gotta get this stop here, he's going to let it go deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Time for a break.
We got 3.
We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Gun!
On 1st down. Goodman. That's complete to Cobb. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Had the completed pass.
Detroit!
No gain. Stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He looked to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll make it 3rd down. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He finds Beckham complete. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
that tight right.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Run.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
That's where you belong.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Big edge. Wide.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Detroit!
Mike 55. Mike.
Detroit!
You ain't doing nothing today.
Kill. Check nickel.
Detroit!
He's back to throw.
55 to Mike. Check.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow the side.
And this one is right through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Gun! Here we go now.
On 1st and 10. Moore. He's going to sling this deep down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Seal that. 3.
Gun!
Goodman. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with his head. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Watch him now, Barney!
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
got you now, Barney. Barney.
Fresno. Slam, slam, slam.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want? Switch, switch.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
And they'll go ground game here with the takeout. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down and attack, put the ball in the end zone, and up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hey, we
On the ground they go. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Hey, watch
They get
it.
6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rah.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's going to air one out. Oh, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Gun!
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Hey.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey. We got three. Three down. I got him. Back smart. I got him.
Mike 18.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moore.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line is
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Watch the edge.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Boom. Bus stop.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mike 54. Let's go.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Check 3.
Gun!
Watch left.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
To throw on 2nd down. Looking outside, and he's got a man. Russell. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10
Watch
at
twins.
the 48-yard line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And some room to run now. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion. Almost like a magician. Look over here. But the play is actually happening over there. And that's where running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Leopard.
2 times. 3 down.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.